Chimichanga! So there's the story going around about a crazy AI scam, about someone who used AI to scam someone. So here's the story. This guy, he shared it on Facebook, and let's see what it says. I had a client get hacked by someone who used AI to call them using their son's voice. The story was that the son had gotten into a wreck and hit a pregnant woman who lost the baby. The son was in jail and he said his attorney would call shortly. The client was asked to get cash to bail him out, and they actually gave someone $5,000. That's a true story. Be careful out there, guys. I mean, my family, we have a code word that we use to make sure it's not an artificial voice. But that's actual scary stuff. That's scary. Yeah. There was a strange, sinister sleepover. This terrifying tale was shared by a group of friends who decided to spend the night in a seemingly normal suburban home. The friends, Alex, Katie, Max, and Emily, were college students looking for a fun and inexpensive way to spend their weekend. So they found an affordable house to rent for the night on a popular home sharing platform, and the owner assured them that the place was perfect for their sleepover plans. Upon arrival, the house seemed like a typical suburban dwelling, a charming two-story structure with a well-manicured lawn. The friends settled in, ordered pizza and watching movies as they laughed and enjoyed each other's company. However, as the night wore on, they began to experience strange a, a pack of strange events. First, they heard footsteps upstairs when they were all seated in the living room. They initially dismissed it as a noisy neighbor or the house settling, but when Max went to investigate, he discovered that all the bedroom doors were now inexplicably closed. Wow. Later, as they played a board game, they noticed objects move on their own, as if pushed by an unseen force. The atmosphere in the house became increasingly oppressive, and the friends couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. Eventually, they decided to call it a night and try to get some sleep, but as they lay in their own rooms, they could hear strange whispers and eerie scratches sounds coming from the walls. Wow. So there is there's this girl who experienced a strange phone, disturbing strange phone calls by a person who would call her every day. Yeah, so here's the story. The story comes from an anonymous source who experienced a series of disturbing calls from an unknown caller. The person whom we called Jane was a 28-year-old teacher who lived alone in a small apartment. One night as she was grading papers, her phone rang. She answered, only to be greeted by silence. Jane hung up, thinking it was a prank call or a wrong phone number. However, the strange calls persisted. Night after night, Jane would receive chilling messages, threats, and even recordings of her own conversations with friends and family. The unknown caller seemed to know details about her life, from her daily schedule to her favorite coffee shop. Jane became paranoid and frightened, unsure of how to protect herself from this unseen menace. Desperate for answers, she hired a private investigator to trace the calls and uncover the identity of her tormentor. The investigator discovered that the calls were coming from a burner phone, making them difficult to trace. But after weeks of diligent work, they finally traced the calls to a shocking source, one of Jane's close friends who had become obsessed with her. Confronted with the truth, the friend confessed to making the phone calls, admitting their obsession had gone out of control. With the law enforcement help, the nightmare was finally put to an end and the friend was charged with stalking and harassment. Yeah, our own friends, bro, our close friends. That's why you should be careful who you mix with, bro. Guys, because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, yeah. Be careful out there. You can see, yeah, the world's not a safe place anymore, yeah. Be careful, guys. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end it there. Make sure to stop by for the next one, and I'll see y'all. Make sure to do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Yeah, and follow us on Facebook and all that Instagram platforms, yeah. We see y'all out.